Good morning, my dear students. Today we will learn about modals. As you know that verbs are divided into two types. One is auxiliary verb, another is modals. So is, am, are, has, have, had, these are come under the bucket of auxiliary verb, whereas we say can, could, may, might, must, will, would, shall, should, ought to, dare. These are come under the bucket of modal auxiliary verbs. So, if you tell about the definition of modal auxiliary verbs, a modal verb is a type of verb that is used to indicate ability, permission, request, capacity, suggestion, order, obligation, or advice. In English, the modal verbs give information about the main verb. So, from modals or through modals, we share our request, we express our request, capacity, order, obligation, permission, advice by using these modals. So today we will learn about the uses of modals. The first use is use of will. So हमें will को केमती use करेंगे. Will is used in the first person to express habitual action in the future. For example, ସବୁବେଳେ first person କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ଆମେ will use କରିପାରିବା and to express our habitual action in the future. Future रे जदि किछि मोटे habitual action କରିବାକୁ अछि, in that case we have to use will. For example, during the spring flowers will blossom. That means the spring season is not coming yet, it will come. So here we are saying we are projecting something or something future, we are projecting something. That's why in the example we can say that during the spring flowers will blossom. Spring samare phula futiba. So it suggests to future and it is a habitual action. The next example is farmers will sow seeds just before the monsoon. That means when monsoon comes, after that farmer will sow seeds. So it is also a habitual action in the future, right? Then will is used in characteristics habit. So we can use will for characteristics habit. Characteristics habit means a particular person is assigned for a particular characteristics, that is called characteristics habit. For example, she will talk about boys only. They will always roam about that area. So the particular one, the particular person is assigned for the particular task. It is the characteristics of the particular person. So when we express a habit having characteristics, in that case we use will. Then will is used to express one's intention or decision or a promise. Promise କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ intention, when you express your intention or when you take any decision, in that case we also use will. For example, I will take you home. It is the intention of the speaker here. I will take you home. We will start early in the morning. So it indicates a decision. Then will is used to express assumption or probability. For example, किछि गोटे आम जदि assumption करूचे, किछि गोटे आम जदि projection करूचे, आगे को भाबुचे, से in that sense we have to also use will. You will go there as usual and meet him. This will be right K. You will go there as usual and meet him. That means तुम सेठिकी जीव as usual you तुम्हें भेटिब. That means it is already projected. So in this will also used to express threat. When we threat someone, जदि आम क्या threatening दौचे से क्षेत्र में आम will use करि परिबा. I will shoot if you move. I will take revenge on him. These are the threatenings of the speaker. So in the sense of threatening we use will also. Will is also used to express determination. For a strong decision, we can use will. For example, I will have my way, or we will fight for our rights. These are the strong decisions taken by the speaker. So, will is used in these cases like for habitual action, for characteristics habit, and to express our intention, decision or for promise, and also probability, assumption or some threat. In order to express these ideas, we have to use will. Then we have to read the uses of shall. Shall is used in the second and third person to express a command. For example, you shall not tell lie. They shall obey me. These sentences are giving ideas on command. You shall not tell a lie. That means it is a command. It is a command by the speaker. Or they shall obey me. It's also a command by the speaker. So in the sense of command, we use shall, and shall is always used with the second and third person of the noun. Then shall is used to express promise like will. For example, you shall be given a reward for good work. That means if you will do good work, you will be awarded. That means you shall be given a reward for good work. It is a promise by the speaker. He shall have his salary tomorrow. That means you will get your salary tomorrow. It is a promise. That means you have to anyway you will get your salary tomorrow without any late. That is a commitment like. Then shall is used to express threat also. You shall pay for that. And the next example is he shall be punished. So these are the threatening by the speaker, given by the speaker. And shall is also used to express determination like will. You should obey me. He shall return the money by tomorrow. So these are the strong decisions. These are the strong decisions by the speaker. That's why when you express or determination, we have to use shall. So this is all about the uses of shall and will, and I have also given a note of uses of would, should, may, might, must, can, etc. Please go through this note. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Thank you.